yummy, yummy, yummy you. The only slice I truly like costs more than $1 or two.
All right. We are live. Welcome, everybody, to our first episode of 9/11 is Gay, the information show. So, brief introduction, since this is our first episode. The 6 people watching probably know us from our cartoon, There Goes the Neighborhood. A cartoon which is often criticized as being racist, bigoted, awful, atrocious. So we scoured the streets of Brooklyn to get a co-host who's a authentic, bona fide minority.
Thanks, Tony. That's some introduction.
So Giselle Montenegro is our co-host. And
Is that how you roll your R's?
Montenegro?
Do that.
I can't roll. I'm white.
Do it.
I'm white. I'm
Giselle Montenegro.
and we're also joined by our producer and our attorney,
Dirk.
Dirk Dinkman. So, we are going to cover some amazing stuff today. Our main topic of the day is going to be some current events, some random topics, but the main topic today is going to be the war against Israel and Palestine. But you got to break the ice before we get to that. That'll probably be at the bottom of the hour. We'll get to Israel and Palestine. We got some random topics to cover first. We got several segments for all of yous. But the first...
All you people.
Yeah.
All of those people.
What did I say?
You said all you people.
And what did you say?
I think I said the same thing.
Oh, okay, so you backed me up.
On the
Thank
same
you.
page, great chemistry.
But first, we got to thank one of our sponsors today, Adrenochrome, the official Clinton Reserve, aged in 3-year-old skulls. Thank you, Hill and Bill. Christ. So,
And for those of you that can't see, the notes have fallen on the floor for the second time. So I'll make sure I keep a tally of that.
all right. Giselle, you want to give us some background on what you're all about? Because you're not associated with the cartoon. No one knows who you are.
I'm not associated with the cartoon, but I am.
Did you know about the cartoon?
I know about the cartoon. I was there for the throwing of the paper towels in the movie theater.
The premiere. We had a premiere several years ago.
And you gave away free paper towels.
Right. To the audience.
Who
Like-
could
like
forget
Trump.
that?
Yeah. One person ate it in the face. Did you throw them?
No.
Who threw them?
That friend of yours that you don't see anymore.
Oh, right. Love that guy. All right. So our first segment today is a segment where we do shameless self-promotion, which is why we're talking about the cartoon. So we recently released a musical called The Woker. So if you haven't seen it yet, and I know probably the vast majority of you folks haven't, tell the folks, Giselle, about The Woker.
I don't think I saw that one.
Oh,
yet.
my God.
I'm not supposed to say that, am I? Listen, I'm just being honest. Dirk would never want me to lie.
So what have you been watching instead?
I did catch a recent episode.
Of us?
Yes.
What happened?
It was funny. It was when they were all superheroes.
Oh, X-Men.
And then X-Men, which I never watched.
X-Men.
Okay. And then and for those of you that can't see us, this is the third time that the notes have dropped.
Got to do something with that.
You need to get a clipboard. And then that night I
No,
dreamt
we need a
about
second minority to hold the notes
I
for me.
dreamt about superheroes that night.
Did you?
That's the impact the cartoon
What
had.
happened in the dream?
I don't remember. This was like a month ago.
Do you remember? So it wasn't one of the characters from the show?
No.
Damn it. I was hoping it had lasting impact.
That dream was definitely inspired by the show.
Exactly.
Sure.
Well, yeah, it had to have been, yeah. So one of the most common questions we got while writing a musical is, how did you guys write a musical? And people don't realize this, but we went full gay to write this musical.
You and Dirk?
No, Dirk is our attorney, Dirk Dinkman. Dan Kringle is the other co-creator of There Goes the Neighborhood. You don't know what you're talking about. So how did we go gay is the other question. Is it easy transition to make on a whim? Because everyone knows gays make the best musicals. But the way we did it was we got the COVID vaccine.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
But yeah, that's one of the side effects, along with myocarditis, and along with just being really healthy. Because we're sponsored by Pfizer, is one of our sponsors, and boy, do they make me healthy. How about you?
I've had COVID 3 times.
And you're all Pfizered up?
One of them, yeah.
Oh, not
Only
Pfizer.
once.
You're not even using you don't watch our show. You don't use our sponsors' vaccines.
I think I do. You want me to get the card out?
Yeah. No.
I don't actually have it.
Dirk,
I
pull
think we're allowed
up
to get rid of
Giselle's
those.
vaccine card. All right, no, we don't actually have that on cue. But what we do have on cue is one of our initiatives that you're very familiar with. So a lot of podcasts I noticed are very selfish, self-centered. The Joe Rogan Experience, it's his name front and center. A lot of it revolves around Joe. But a lot of what podcasts don't do is community outreach. So we care about our community here. And one of our initiatives is to highlight local professionals. So we do a lottery each week. You'll come to notice for subsequent episodes is we're going to highlight a local talent that we run a contest for. So Dirk, pull up this week's winner. Our winner of the Lucky Links segment today is George Floyd. Here he is, Mr. Floyd on LinkedIn. He's a manufacturing professional, operations management, engineering leader. We need more leaders in society, so we love that. That was one thing that really stuck out to us, why we chose him to be the winner for this. He's lean, as you can see from his photo and his profile.
He looks like a nice guy.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we know how to choose him here. Great guy. I love George Floyd. What else? He has 336.
Don't you think his tie is a little bit small for his head?
You're actually right. I think the most frequent tie problem is usually ties are too big.
I mean, he's a big guy. A big guy like that should have a big tie.
Well, he's lean. Don't forget that.
Big guy, big tie. That's what I always say.
Yeah.
When you say he's lean, what are you actually saying?
he's
Look at his
he's
profile.
lean.
Process improvement, lean.
And he wouldn't lie, so.
Oh, I'm just stuck on the image.
Yeah, no, we moved past Mr. Floyd.
You read picture books,
Zimmy.
don't you?
What do you think his sign is?
Probably a McDonald's sign.
All right, scroll down.
Yeah, let's see what else Mr.
Yes,
Floyd's
ma'am.
showing here. Look at this, 6 Sigma black belt.
Oh, he's a Sigma male? My man.
Wow.
He's got that Sigma male grind set going on.
Led strong team.
Wait, what does that mean though? What's a black belt 6 Sigma? Is that jujitsu?
It's like most based black belt you could be.
Is it?
Sigma black
Dirk,
belt?
pull up 6 Sigma black belt.
6 Sigma
Right away,
black
sir.
belt.
Oh, perfect. Everything you need to know about Six Sigma certifications.
6 Sigma methodology uses data to improve processes and performance in a range of industries.
Okay, so it has nothing to do with him being physical.
No, it sounds incredibly boring,
Oh,
actually.
it's like a G. Oh,
Look at that lean 6 Sigma green belt training. Everything with this guy's lean, except his profile picture. All right, well, that's our winner of the local talent scouting. George Floyd, everybody.
So local as in national?
Where's he from?
Alabama.
Yeah, local as in the entire United States.
That's amazing.
yeah, the earth is local.
Yeah. I know I mentioned our main topic today is the Israel and Palestine war, and so you stick around. We have a special guest calling in for that segment, a whistleblower from Hollywood who has a damning script and damning consequences too. So he's remaining anonymous, but he's going to come on, show us the script that he was working on, and this is the first time he's appeared on local news channel of any sort, so you guys do not want to miss that. But first, we're going to get into some random topics of the day, and this is our segment called Random Topics of the Day.
All right, well, you better hold on to those sheets.
Yeah, I think they're stationary now.
Keep drinking. Let's see how many times you drop them.
So, Giselle, as you can tell, is a fashionable broad. But how fashionable is she, and at what cost? Giselle, you look like you would own a pair of Doc Martens boots. Is this true?
It is.
Boys, we got her.
Yeah.
Boys, who's in the room?
Dirk, Dinkman, and me.
Okay. Just checking.
So,
Dirk was looking for a real bro moment. I think you let him down.
You're the one who said, no, there's no bros here in the room for you.
Yeah.
So I stuck up for him.
Okay. Is he going to always side with you?
Ideally.
Because you both have penises?
Yeah, Dirk, pull up our penises, please.
Evidence is right here. Oh, whoops, wrong image.
So, Doc Martens. This is actually an expose I did myself. We didn't even need a whistleblower. So one day, recently, Dirk, yeah, pull up Doc Martens Wikipedia page, please. Of Dr. Martens himself. So I was wondering, Doc Martens boots are very popular amongst hip young gals. So I was wondering, is Doc Marten an actual guy? So
Sure
then
is.
I looked him up and he was real. And his name's actually Martens, not Martin. It's not apostrophe S. So then I said, oh shoot, he's real. And then I was like, all right, is he an actual doctor? Because like Dr. Scholl's, is he even a real doctor? I don't know.
I don't know, but I love him.
Dr. Scholl's
Oh my
more than
God.
Doc Martens?
Yes. I have Dr. Scholl's in every single one of my shoes.
Including in your Doc Marten?
Yes.
Well, it's
Is this groundbreaking?
it's gonna be. So Doc Martens is real. He's a real doctor. And now let's look on screen. Doc Martens. Dirk, zoom in on Doc Martens ties. Doc Martens, Klaus Martens was a doctor in the German army during World War II.
Look at that symbol right there.
After he injured his ankle. Pulled up that.
What?
Damning evidence right here.
Doc Martens, not only is he real and a doctor, he was a doctor for Nazi Germany.
Giselle's Nazi sympathizer confirmed.
So not only do you say you love Doc Martens boots more than anything, but Doc Martens boots,
I mean, I didn't say it like that.
well, it was...
I like J-Lo
It was
more than
hinted and implied. But his boots were used by Nazis for the Nazis and used to stomp the Jays. So, but look at this. I'm not even making this is bona fide Wikipedia. He was a Nazi doctor.
And you own these boots, Giselle.
And now let's harken back to also what Giselle said about having Dr. Scholl's gels in her Marten boots. So when these Nazis were stomping their enemies, they probably had Dr. Scholl's in their boots so they could stomp for longer periods of time. Because if you've ever stomped before, your foot could get awfully sore awfully quick. So Dr. Scholl's would help you stomp longer. We should have Dr. Scholl should be our sponsor, actually. But isn't this crazy?
That is a little crazy.
So you're gonna get rid of your Doc Martens now, right? After learning this
I
information.
mean, I only have one pair. Okay, I have three.
Only one pair of Nazi
I
stomping
bought
boots. That's
one,
fine.
and two were hand-me-downs.
Only one plus two.
I got news for you. That's three.
I feel like not many folks know this, though, about Dr. Martens.
No.
Like, did he escape on the Nuremberg trials? Because we know that the U.S. in Operation Paperclip.
Let's see.
Pull up Dirk. Pull up Operation Paperclip.
I might be able to find it here.
Yeah.
Oh, this is interesting. Look at this. Cultural significance.
Dr. Martens have garnered significant following and ownership with various subcultures, notably within the LGBT and punk communities. So LGBT doesn't include the Jewish race.
But they actually are fascists. It's confirmed. LGBT.
Oh, shit.
So, like, Fox News Republicans have been right this whole time.
Wow.
Confirmed.
So that's our expose on Doc Martens. I mean, how do you feel about that, Giselle?
I mean, not great, but I'm sure there's plenty of things that you can rip apart and go back to the beginning, and it's not going to be great.
Like,
Sounds like an apologist.
yeah, wait a second. Wait, that is, you're a Martens apologist right now.
Well, no, not necessarily.
Why? No, he said it's fine he did that because others also did wretched things.
No, it's not fine. I'm just saying, like...
What, it's like better than, it's like great?
No.
What?
It's just that... No. Now you're making my feet sweat.
All right, then
I actually
you should probably
don't
take
have-
off your
I
Doc
don't
Martens
have any
boots right now
shoes
if your
on
feet are
right now.
sweating.
So, does that put me in the clear?
What, that what?
That I don't have any shoes on.
Yeah, I will certainly, the Jays will forgive you for that. All right, let's move on to a new topic. Here's another thought I was musing about the other day. Have you ever seen a black person with Down syndrome?
On television.
Wait, really? Where?
Isn't that guy from the Howard Stern show?
Who, Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
No, I don't think. Wait, is he?
Oh, he might have Downs, actually.
All right, Dirk, pull up Beetlejuice, please.
Way ahead of you.
I hope you're wrong, because that would really, like, ruin my entire musing.
Expose.
How does he spell his name? Is it like the other
Ooh,
dude?
Michael Keaton. We could talk about him.
He's a hunk?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Ooh.
Oh.
I don't know what that is, but I don't think that's Downs.
Well, go to his wiki. They'll probably say if he has something. And if he doesn't, boy, Giselle, are you in hot water? You support Nazi Martens, and now you're calling this innocent gentleman a Down syndrome victim? Well, wait, go to his like early life.
Yeah, what the hell? This is like his IMBD.
No, this is Wiki.
She's sweat. Her feet are really sweating now. Wait.
Dwarfism.
Wait, zoom in. Go to his early life. Dwarfism. So essentially, Giselle's saying all midgets are retarded.
And an intellectual disability.
And an intellectual wait, click the 5 references. Let's see what that is. Let's go.
References to Howard Stern channel?
Yeah, all right. You take your medical advice from Howard Stern. I think we could suffice to say Beetlejuice is not retarded.
Okay.
Well, wait a second. Look at this. O'Connell's mother was Green's special ed teacher. Uh-oh.
No, but hold on a second. Down syndrome isn't necessarily retarded.
Wait, it's not?
No.
What the hell do you consider retarded?
Retarded is like, actually, I think it is intellectual disability. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, right here. It says right here.
What?
Intellectual disability, formerly known
You know,
as mental
as Dirk and
retardation.
I get older, we usually are on the same page.
Wait, so he is retarded?
Well, can you read? Right? Look what it says.
Well, I want you to skew the results in my favor, please.
No, I can't do that. I'm a neutral arbiter. of
Have a
what
bro
truth and
moment
justice.
again.
No. You're wrong, dude.
This is troublesome. Because you thought of him in like in 3 seconds. Wait, actually, hold on. Let me turn this back around on you. As soon as I mentioned a retarded black guy, you're like, oh, Beetlejuice. It's not good that on the tip of your brain's hemisphere, you're thinking that black retard is Beetlejuice.
Wait, hold on, but you're actually right because you initially were talking about. You weren't talking about retardation. You were talking about Down syndrome.
Oh, no, it's the same thing.
No, I don't think
It's not. I mean, Wikipedia does not have that word in there.
No, but that's what I meant.
No, but you're right. He doesn't have Down syndrome.
No, but it's the same thing. Even I can't J my way out of this one.
Easy.
What does J stand for?
Jesuit.
I just heard people say it before. I heard Ben Shapiro say it a lot. I don't know what he's referring to, though. More on him later. All right, well, that ruined that random topic. But here's the other thing. We can only think of Beetlejuice. Is it safe to say nationally famous celebrity because of the Howard Stern show? We can only think of one. I could
Pop
think
culture.
No, but if we thought of like white retards, we could think of like endless amounts.
Endless.
Why is that? There's clearly a disparity between.
Are we gonna have a science podcast right now?
Actually, we should. Yeah, maybe for a future guest, we'll have a scientist.
Backwards.
What am I, retarded? All right, let's see. You know rape?
Is that a person?
Never heard of it.
No, the verb, not the noun.
Sure.
Here's a word no one ever described their rape as. Boring.
Okay.
Like when a rape victim's talking about the rape, they're like, fuck, it went on. Oh my God, it was so boring.
Trying things out.
No,
Seeing
I
what
love this
sticks.
segment.
I love this. You're just saying it because you're a contrarian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have
See?
a penis.
Well, we agree.
Well, wait, women rape.
Yeah,
It's very
but
rare,
you
though.
guys rape and kill more than we do.
Yeah, it's very rare.
So, yeah, we're.
Says the white man behind the mic running everything.
Who, me or Dirk?
No,
Dinkman?
I was agreeing with you. I was saying it's very rare for a
I'm
female.
talking about him.
Oh, that
not
white
you?
man?
Yeah.
You're right. I'm not really white, so I should. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Dirk Dinkman's one of the chosen people. All right, Giselle, since you're not keen on rape, give us a topic to talk about.
Whitney Houston.
Pulling it up right now.
She's dead, right?
Yep.
Drug overdose?
Something in a bathtub.
Yeah, she was-
All right, so it's either wrist slitting or drug overdose. That's only two things that happen in a bathtub. If one
She
dies.
fell asleep right before she was supposed to go on to the Grammys.
Well,
Was
Jim
she
Morrison
27?
died in a bathtub. Drug overdose.
Elvis.
No, Elvis was a bathroom.
Yeah, but the bathtub was right there. It counts.
Yeah, but it's different.
No, it's a different vibe.
Wait, was she 27? No, she wasn't.
Plus, I think
Oh my
Elvis's wasn't Elvis's a public bathroom.
Maybe it was a
I don't know.
hotel. Might be a hotel.
Hotels are public to me. So yeah, she died from what was her drug of choice?
Let's find out.
Giselle, you don't know? It's probably heroin
I'm gonna say fentanyl.
or a spouse's fists.
I know this guy does fentanyl right here. How rude! This guy on his phone right here.
No, I'm texting our guest, which is Dirk Dinkman's job. First of all, wait, why is George Floyd back on?
Because he does fentanyl.
Oh, that's right.
That guy right here.
Yeah, he's probably the most famous fentanyl devotee that the country knows now. Right? That's good.
Yeah, he's the poster child.
Personal struggles.
Oh, ooh.
Here we go.
Ooh,
I'm pretty sure she was
ooh.
beaten, or am I mixing her up with Tina Turner?
She had a marijuana overdose.
Marijuana. What was this, 1995 PSA?
Yeah, what's that? Reefer Madness. You ever see that? That old black and white movie where it's just anti-weed propaganda.
No.
Oh, it's funny.
I love it. Is there anything else you want to cover on Whitney Houston?
I'm trying to see.
No, just that I feel sad about it.
Wait, she
Death.
died. She died like 20 years ago.
She didn't.
2012.
about
10 years
10
ago.
years, yeah, 12.
You're still sad about her dying?
Yeah, I'm still sad about Michael Jackson too.
That guy
Like,
Wait, so you approve of what Michael Jackson
no,
did?
this is a topic I love to talk about. This is a topic that I feel. How do you separate the entertainer from?
the rapey. Wait, do you?
Okay, but wait. So did he? He went on trial, right?
Right.
He gave a statement. He told us whatever.
He was found innocent.
Again,
Did you see the
I don't have all
Netflix
the
doc
facts.
about him?
no, Neverland.
Yeah. I haven't seen it either.
I don't know. It's just one of those things of like, how do you have somebody who has made such an artistic celebration for people. Like you go to a wedding, you're going to hear a Michael Jackson song. Not enough people are saying shouldn't listen to the music. So how do you separate the two? How do you say, I'm going to respect this art? And I'm just going pop culture. I'm sure we could go like deep down in the trenches, but
He was the king of pop.
exactly.
King of popping cherries of underage children.
That's kind of true.
All right. We have to get a move on because we have a guest in the wings. All right.
Benadryl?
I have a question for Giselle or the group here. Which intelligence agency had the greatest hits? We got the CIA. We got Mossad. We got the KGB.
I feel like MI6 has been around.
MI6.
Probably been around the longest, right?
I don't know. When was, possibly.
MI6, I would guess.
But what did the MI6 actually pull off that was impressive?
I don't know. You ever watch any James Bond movies?
Yeah, but
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, but the CIA and Mossad's greatest hits are even more impressive and nonfiction. So let's run through it quick. The CIA, they killed JFK, Martin Luther King, John Lennon. They overthrew some countries in the Middle East. Oh, they did Operation Ajax in Iran. They overthrew the Iranian government.
There's like too many to count what they did.
Yeah, but Mossad kind of had more headline hits. Mossad did 9/11, the titular line of the show. They created Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell's operation, which is pretty impressive. Awful, but was a job well done in the eyes of Mossad. They feel like they succeeded. KGB, I'm not really sure what they did. I'm not really a Russian expert. Dirk, do you know what KGB's ever done?
I know Putin was part of the KGB when the Soviet Union was around.
That's pretty impressive. What did he
That
do,
in
though?
itself is just impressive.
Also, I have to say the show called The Americans, which is about the KGB undercover in America, was really boring. So that's a hit against the KGB. If Mossad had a drama show on Netflix, I think everyone would really love that. Mossad, in my opinion, is probably the best intelligence agency, which leads right into one of our ad reads. Our first sponsor was Adrenochrome. Our second sponsor today is Mossad. So we have to do a quick ad read and pay the bills. You know how podcasts work. Introducing Mossad, the ultimate solution for all of your mysterious needs. Need some covert operations? Mossad's got you covered. With our cutting-edge technology and gadgets, Mossad's known for their gadgets. We specialize in capturing compromising situations on film to ensure ultimate control. That's kind of like what Epstein and Ghislaine did. They caught folks in well-meaning people in compromising positions, and they blackmailed them. Mossad is known for that. At Mossad, we understand the importance of staying one step ahead. Our team of highly trained agents work tirelessly to gather critical information, ensuring the safety and security of our clients. Whether it's counterterrorism, espionage, or Epsteinage, gathering intelligence on potential threats, Mossad is the name you can trust. With our state-of-the-art, God, they wrote a long ad. With our state-of-the-art surveillance equipment, we provide discreet and effective solutions. We operate with the utmost professionalism, ensuring complete confidentiality throughout the entire That's kind of like counterintuitive. They're blackmailing you, but they're ensuring confidentiality? That doesn't make sense.
Conditionally.
When it comes to safeguarding your interests, Mossad is the ultimate choice. Contact us now. Experience the unrivaled service of the best intelligence agency in the world. Experience the power of Mossad today. Trust us. All right, so we had to pay the bills there. All right, let's get a quick move on to our topic of the day so we could get to our hard-hitting guest for this week. So our topic of the day, of course, is Israel and Palestine. The war in the Middle East. So, Giselle, sum up the war for us. Silence is compliance.
Stop saying that.
That's the first time I said that.
Oh.
Her feet are sweating, folks. All right, so as we know, Israel and Palestine are having a bit of a quarrel in the Middle East, fighting over land and whatever else those folks do. But our whistleblower today has some damning info about this war. He said insider secrets because he's a whistleblower from Hollywood. A lot of atrocities going on in the Middle East, horrible things. Giselle, how do you feel about this war? You're in tune with human spirituality.
I mean, I hate that there's a divide within people and that we have to endure this. And we get to sit here and drink alcohol and others don't.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I almost believed what you said because you're on camera. You're maybe being a little conservative for the folks at home. The question is, why off camera did you say conflicting things? So folks, let's get ready for this segment we call Cross-Examination of Giselle's Twitter account.
What?
Dirk, pull up Giselle's Twitter page, please. So if you look on screen here, you had this tweet. You said, "Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater." True. Unless the baby is in a Gaza hospital? What did you mean by that?
You're going to have to ask Dirk.
No, we just pulled up screenshots from your Twitter page. We have more, if you don't want to speak to those. Dirk, pull up Giselle's next tweet, please. You said, "We all must stand with Israel." Okay, I could get behind that. I mean, do you really want Hamas running Hollywood?
Oh my God. I didn't write that.
That one's really big.
Wait, what do you mean? Well, I can actually kind of see your point here because Bollywood, the Indian film industry, is kind of like silly and goofy. So if Hamas took over Hollywood, I feel like it would kind of be on par and the movies would really take a dip in ratings.
I mean, RRR was an awesome movie, though. Like, that was a sick movie.
Yeah, but can Hamas live up to RRR? I don't know. So you kind of like how Hollywood is with the current regime running it?
I mean, probably not.
What's that supposed to mean?
Interesting. All right, let's pull up her next tweet. You said, "In the Gaza Strip, Palestinians are facing food shortages and mass starvation. I guess Ramadan came early this year."
Oh my God.
I mean, my problem with this is it doesn't really make sense because Ramadan already passed. So how could it come early? What did you like? Did you realize that when you tweeted this?
I guess not if I actually tweeted it.
It's a little ignorant, if you ask me.
What are you going with the Roseanne defense? What was she on when she made that?
She was on
Was it Adderall or something?
No. Ambien.
Ambien, yeah.
Which is one of our sponsors.
Giselle's going for the Ambien defense.
I mean, Roseanne's a good mentor for Twitter debacles, which you're currently experiencing. I think she has a couple more tweets we found.
This one's extra disgusting to me because look at the date on this one.
So the horrible attacks we know of by Hamas occurred on October 7th. Giselle tweeted this the night of the attacks. She said, running away and taking cover from Israel's bombs is anti-Semitic. This is a blatant disregard for Israel's wishes and a waste of their artillery. So you're saying, like, if Palestinian civilians are hiding from Israel's attacks, it's an anti-Semitic action. Because Israel wishes to kill those folks or disperse them from this planet. And they're actually wasting their artillery, which is actually a waste of the taxpayers' dollar in America because we're paying for those bombs.
Disrespectful.
Israel, as we know, is funded about a few billion dollars a year by the U.S. government, which is good because I think they actually need more bombs. But we have one more tweet from Giselle here, which is a little interesting.
Oh my god.
So, also the same night of the attacks, a little later that night, 8:37 p.m.
1 minute. 1 minute later.
1 minute later, you said
Oh my god.
all you tweeted was human shields.
Why does it say 459 views?
This one got a lot of.
You got. Yeah, your followers love this one apparently. So you said human shields, which is a little ambiguous, but then you replied to yourself and just said LOL.
What time did I say LOL?
That's a great question.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You tell us.
That could have been after the Ambien.
All right. Well, we have to get to our guest in a few
Okay.
minutes.
It's not really a tweet anymore.
I mean, do you have any closing statements on these horrific?
I would like to
things
know if she does.
Like these horrific statements you've made.
I didn't make them.
That's what everybody says, sweetheart. Everybody says that. I swear it wasn't me.
Yeah. It wasn't Derek Chauvin either, was it? That wasn't his boot. Was he wearing Doc Martens? Maybe.
Wasn't his knee.
Wasn't his knee. It was a prosthetic. That's the pharmaceutical company's problem now. All right, let's. I think we got a greater backstory on Giselle, but before we go to our special guest to blow the whistle on Israel, let's pay the bills once more. Our next sponsor today is Transcaped. Introducing Transcaped, the revolutionary medical tool for men. Transcaped is making waves in the medical field for its innovative and state-of-the-art technology. Transcaped is a tool used to surgically remove the penis quickly, safely, and with minimal pain. Our device is designed to give you a smooth and effective procedure that leaves you feeling comfortable and relieved. Transcaped makes the process of cutting off your penis fast, easy, and fun. Transcaped is the perfect choice for those looking for a solution that is hormone-free. We like that. A lot of the problems with these penile removal medications is they're riddled with hormones and unsafe pharmaceutical drugs, not Transcaped. Hormone-free, cost-effective, and you can rest assured that the results will be reliable and long-lasting. The other problem with a lot of store-brand penis removal companies is they're not long-lasting. The penis actually grows back in a matter of time, which is problematic. With Transcaped, you can feel confident in the knowledge that you no longer have to worry about the physical cost of possessing a penis. From experience, I can tell you, the cost is big. Our product eliminates the burden of living with the unnecessary baggage, giving you the freedom from the chains of gender roles. Transcaped is designed to be easy to use and safe. It features a sharp, stainless steel blade that is designed to make a clean cut with minimal risk of infection. That was my concern. The handle is ergonomically designed to fit comfortably in your hand. Because on Amazon, I read a ton of reviews where a lot of other generic blades, machetes to cut off the penis are very uncomfortable in the hand. So this one's ergonomically suited for the user. Our durable design allows for long-term use, no matter how many times you may need to use it. It also comes with a protector shield and a suction cup for extra safety and convenience. Suction cup? Why a suction cup? I don't know, but you'll find out soon enough. For those looking for an immediate solution to reduce the physical presence of your penis, Transcaped is the answer. All right.
Use promo code Castrato911 for 10% off.
Thank you, Dirk.
You're gonna have to get the sponsors to cut down the.
Yeah, these are really way too long.
Yeah, they're a little wordy.
All right. So our topic of the day, Israel Palestine. We already got into the shallow end of the pool. Now let's get to the really damning part. We got a special guest coming up right now. Let's get him on the line. We got our special guest. He's going by an anonymous name today, John Doe. So we'll call him John from this point on. John, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you just fine. Hi.
All right, perfect. So our whistleblower today is actually a Hollywood whistleblower. He's been a screenplay writer. He'll give us his background himself coming up in just a bit. But he has some damning evidence that is very interesting. He hasn't appeared on any other news programs yet, but he is going to talk about a script he worked on. And we'll pull some of that script up on screen. But John, would you give our listeners a brief background on yourself?
Sure, yeah. I'm from Ohio and moved out to the Los Angeles area. It was around 2003 to go for the dream of being a screenwriter. Got to that point, in college, went to OSU, English major with a creative writing concentration. And when I moved to LA, very much like actors, I mean, it's rough. You're standing on the outside of the fence looking in for a long time until you get the right connections and break through. And I did. And I've been writing on some really very major shows that are on the huge platforms like Netflix and stuff.
Yeah, tell us
if
about
I revealed, I thought about that. If I revealed the shows that I wrote for, it would be like almost instantaneous for people to figure out who I am, which may ultimately happen anyway. But right now, I'm just trying to keep it low key and tell this without all the repercussions that could potentially happen. So that's what's going on.
Yeah, we don't want to dox you or blow your cover here, but so you've been a screenwriter in LA for many years now. You're like, how long have you been writing? I think you said you briefly when you moved to LA, but how long have you been a screenwriter in the industry?
Well, professionally, probably about 15 years or so, but there's probably 7 to 10 years prior to that where you're struggling and you're doing projects that don't go anywhere. So but the last 15 have been fairly successful. So yeah, good while.
So you reached out to us and you said you have a script you were working on that was curious to you.
Yeah, I think it's more than curious. So, it's like, where do I begin? Yeah. Okay, so during the writer's strike, which fortunately is over, the studios were all shut down. And I got invited to participate in the writing of a script, to be part of a team for something that was supposed to be kept very secret. And most scripts and shows are meant to be kept secret, so that's not really a huge surprise.
So that didn't surprise you?
Yeah, right, of course, because who wants their script leaked? But when I reveal what that script was and then what happened in the world and some other details, it's like things aren't adding up. Or actually, no, that's the problem. Things are adding up, and that's so anyway. So
yeah, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, so let me get to who I was hired by. Ben Shapiro.
Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, from Breitbart, Politico, The Daily Wire.
Right.
His radio show. I mean, the guy's everywhere, very involved in conservative politics, even though he says he's libertarian, but whatever. So he saw the movie. I'm familiar with the movie The Room. The Tommy Wiseau wrote.
Yeah. It's like the
not only
infamously bad movie that got a cult following because it's so bad.
Well, yeah, exactly. So, Tommy wrote it, directed, and starred in the movie. And
right.
So Ben got the idea to want to do the exact same thing.
He said this to you?
Yeah, to the team, of course.
Yeah.
He had to give us the background for where he came up with what he wanted us to do.
That's interesting.
And so anyway, I will tell you, he's not exactly the guy that you see on TV or the radio. He's got an ego the size of a stadium. And
he kind of he comes off that way a bit, being very egocentric.
Well, if you think he comes off that way in public, you should see him behind the scenes.
Really?
But anyway, I don't want to get ahead of myself here. So Ben came up with the screenplay's plot, and he's a failed screenwriter, but regardless, so he did the right thing in hiring a team to do this, and I was one of the principal writers.
But Ben was, as far from my note of him, he's a novelist too, right?
He's had some success writing books, yes.
But he's a failed, did he have success? Dirk, pull up quick an article of Ben Shapiro. All right, so we have on screen now, Ben Shapiro headline, is Ben Shapiro a failed screenwriter? Okay, so other people are talking about this too.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so he's in the business as a screenwriter, and he's a known novelist. Okay, go on.
And he also just several months ago, maybe half a year ago, or a little, maybe not that long, but close to it, he also joined the Screen Actors Guild.
Really?
Which if he wants to star in his own movie. So he's been thinking about this for a good while.
No one's talking about that, though. Because this is actually one of the items you sent us. You have a scanned image. You kind of did some, sleuthing, because you were part of the writers team.
Well, if I want to, clearly it's not if, I am blowing the whistle here on what I see that is really not cool. I mean, this is going to end up on World News Tonight, let me tell you.
Yeah. Well, John, so hold on a second. We were pulling up because you have a scanned image, it looks like, that you sent us. Zoom in on this, Dirk, of Ben Shapiro's Screen Actors Guild certification. So we have his member number. We blurred out his social security number for obvious reasons. But the payment received to register was in May of this year. And you were asked to write this script in around July-ish, I believe you were saying?
It was 2 to 3 months prior to, we're going to get to the meat here of this, prior to that attack.
Well, this is interesting because this Screen Actors Guild registration card of his actually aligns with what you're saying. So it's backing up what you're saying here. Is Ben Shapiro applied to be a Screen Actors Guild actor in May of this year. We know those horrible attacks happened in October of this year. Right. So this lines up. This is interesting.
Yeah. And so we were writing and wrapping up the script just 2 months before the October 7th attack. And the plot of the script is so close to identical in many ways to exactly what went down at that music festival on October 7th.
Really?
And it is just way too coincidental. The other thing that I want to get to is George Santos, the laughing stock of politics.
He's a senator, or is he a congressman? What is he again?
Congressman.
Right.
Was. I don't know if he's been kicked out yet or not.
Should have been.
If not, he's on the way. Well, yeah. So, there's if you were looking at this from a conspiratorial angle, which I don't like that word conspiracy. Seems like you're wearing the tinfoil hat, you're crazy. But so many of these things that I'm going to reveal here are pointing in the direction of it not really being false. There's not some QAnon craziness here. So George Santos, who is, I think, currently being kicked out. There's a reason that, if you ask me, this is my opinion, that he has held on for so long. It's because his usefulness has run dry. So it was about a month before the October 7th attack. He actually comes to the studio.
Is this Ben or George?
This is George Santos, and Ben is there.
Right.
And they fly to Tel Aviv, and that was never in the news. So, nobody knew. So
Tel Aviv, who flew there? Ben Shapiro and George Santos?
And George flew to Tel Aviv in the beginning of September. And it's 1 month later, basically, that these attacks happened. Very much like the script of our screenplay.
That you were asked to write a couple months prior to the attacks.
That's right.
So that is very interesting. And you actually, I know you were kind of going out on a limb here by doing this, but you have a scanned image of a couple pages of the script.
Yeah, I shared a few, and I got to tell you, the other thing that's just very weird about this too is Ben is a lawyer. And you would have thought he would have had to sign NDAs, but I didn't. To my knowledge, none of the other writers had to sign an NDA on this project, which makes no sense. I mean, much less you do a cartoon for Disney and you're signing an NDA, and so I don't understand how the ball was dropped there. But anyway,
that's interesting. Ben Shapiro is an attorney. We know this from the news and his own word of mouth. But he's dropping the ball as an attorney, and it sounds like he's kind of a phony in that regard, and a bit of a phony in how he portrays himself in the public sphere as a conservative hero of some sorts, right?
Yeah, you said it. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Which you just find over and over.
Anyway,
there's so much that goes on behind the scenes that the public never knows, which is part of what's infuriating, because you'll see people, especially in the toxic mix of social media, all of the armchair quarterbacks of what should have been done, who did what. The public has no freaking clue what is going on in the background. Yet opinions and voting are, being decided on such things.
Right.
It just drives me. But anyway, that's kind of getting off topic a bit. Ben, he's not a good person. He's just a real jerk.
So I think we might want to pull up some of the pages of the script you had, and then maybe we'll get into more of the deep weeds. So you emailed us a couple pages of the script. Obviously, it's not a completed piece of work.
No.
Dirk, pull up some of the script here. Zoom in. All right, so we're pulling it up now. So the title of the movie looks to be Heroes of the Torah. Screenplay by Alan Smithy, which, from what I understand, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but Alan Smithy is kind of like an industry term used for an anonymous writer, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, all the names and stuff are not fleshed out yet.
Yeah. And we have a copyright date here of August of this year, so a couple months prior to the unfortunate October attacks. So let's scroll down and let's read some of this script on air right now. All right, we're up on the page 1 here. Zoom in. All right. So Giselle, we are joined by our co-host Giselle here, of course. Do you want to read some of this script for our audience?
Sure.
So, all right, we're fading in.
Okay, so Gaza Strip Music Festival. It's dark and stormy. It's an urban city at night. The music plays. A tall tower stands in sharp silhouette against the bright moonlight.
Well, I just want to stop you there quick. So, John, there's some like handwritten notes on here. Like, what are those?
Well, those aren't mine. Those would be some of the other writers, or maybe Ben's in particular. Go ahead. I don't have it in front of me at this moment, so go ahead.
So the first handwritten note here, it says exterior Gaza Strip night. This is like a stage cue, music festival. Then there's a handwritten note that says make it electronica music, which, from what I understand, from my recollection of the October attacks, it was an electronic music festival.
Yeah, right.
So to me, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like you and your writing team wrote the script to be a music festival. Then Ben Shapiro himself or some of the other producers made a note saying make it specifically electronica music.
Yeah, I actually remember that conversation. And again, there's another thing that's lining up. Absolutely.
Interesting. Yeah, that's curious to me. All right, so let's move on here. So Giselle, read the next.
We see Ben Shapiro, a superhero with a strong sense of justice, flying through the sky. He's wearing a blue and white costume with a star on the chest.
Interesting. So there's another note here that says Ben's character's name TBD. So I guess when we see Ben Shapiro here, it's not going to be named Ben Shapiro, but Ben Shapiro's playing a superhero?
Superhero. Yeah. Well, I told you there was a big ego involved.
He wrote, he wants to direct, and he wants a star in this.
That's correct, yes, as the hero.
And, okay, that's interesting. Did you write the bit about the costume, blue and white with a star in his chest? Like, what's the inspiration for that?
So the blue field represents basically a constellation, the white star, a new state. And that kind of jives with the U.S. flag. People think red, white, and blue, but there's the white and the blue in it. But what also is interesting, though, is the Confederate States also use that. That same thing. And it symbolized a seceded state for the Confederates.
Right.
So
Israel kind of wants to secede from Palestine, or they want to take over Palestine completely? Or
I think for this he wanted some purposeful crypticness, basically.
Interesting.
Is what does it really mean? It could go a couple of ways.
Right. So, all right, so let's continue here, Giselle.
Cut to Palestinian villagers running, screaming, crying in the face of the city's destruction.
I think you missed a line.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you missed the line. Yeah.
Ben Shapiro appears in midair, eyes blazing, right arm extended to the tower. Laser fire bursts from his eyes.
Classic.
So lasers burst from his eyes.
Yeah.
So what is that, like his special attack, or did he tell you to do that specifically?
It's his superpowers. Again, if he's a superhero, he's going to have a number of things that are going to come up in the movie.
Yeah. So then
And
there's another.
How?
Yeah, go on.
Not everything is always explained right up front. They keep you waiting, which we do, and he already talked about a sequel. I mean,
really, already?
Yeah,
that's kind of arrogant.
Well, yeah, you're telling me.
Firsthand. So there's another handwritten note here. So Giselle, can you please read this line again? It says, "Cut to Palestinian
Villagers running, screaming, crying at the face of the city's destruction."
So there's a handwritten note here. It says, "Stress the romance via the soundtrack." And this is like I don't know. To me, this stood out to me probably more than any other handwritten note. It's a scene of innocent Palestinian people running and in panic, and there's a handwritten note that says, "Stress the romance via the soundtrack." That's kind of heavy.
It's very heavy. It's very disturbing.
I don't like that.
Well, frankly, it's all very disturbing.
It is.
I didn't, you don't know completely what you're getting yourself into when you sign on to be a writer for a project.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta tell you.
Hey, no one's condemning you. Are the hero here, not Ben. You're blowing the whistle on this. So.
Right. But it's still upsetting. So,
it is, absolutely. Right. So continue here, Giselle.
Cut to Ben Shapiro swooping down towards the city streets as the citizens flee.
And then we have some dialogue by Ben Shapiro here. I don't know if Dirk wants to do his Ben Shapiro voiceover here.
I am Ben Shapiro, okay? Survivor of the Age of Apathy. I have been sent to protect the innocent and reclaim what is rightfully mine, okay?
Very good, Dirk. That's our producer. So there's some dialogue there by Ben Shapiro saying, "I am Ben Shapiro." Earlier it said his actual name is to be decided.
Yep.
Survivor of the age of apathy. Like, what do you think he's referring to there? Or if you wrote this line, was this a script note or?
Yeah, not my line, but the age of apathy. It just goes to all of his political beliefs, which frankly are all over the place.
Yeah.
And not consistent. I mean, so I can't speak to that particular one.
Yeah, and then there's another handwritten note. It says, add something about beheadings done by Hamas. So that, to me, correlates with the actual atrocities that happened on October 7th.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
So it's weird to me that the script was written and then a handwritten note by Ben or the producers wanted to add another element that happened 2 months later than the script was written.
Well, yeah. And what was he and George Santos doing in Tel Aviv a month before this attack?
That is, one of the most damning.
You're telling me. And I guarantee now that I've let this out, they're going to search flight records and things of that sort. Their passports were scanned. You know that. So he's going to have some answering to do. Absolutely.
Interesting. So I know we only have you for a few more minutes here. I don't want to keep you. I know you have other interviews and work you have to do, but let's continue on the script here. Giselle?
Extended shot as Ben Shapiro lands among the stunned civilians below. He raises his eyes, steely and determined.
End this senseless war and let peace rule the land.
Okay, so he's taking Israel's keeping the peace stance. That's consistent with Ben's beliefs.
That is true.
Giselle, continue.
Extended shot of Ben Shapiro fighting off an endless wave of Palestinian fighters. His eye beams sear through the darkness and bullets ricochet off his chest. As he throws his fists and dodges enemy fire, a brilliant blue light blazes from his forehead.
I have come to put an end to this battle. I have the power of justice, truth, and facts and logic on my side.
So, based on what John's been portraying Ben as behind the scenes, is kind of very self-satisfied, heroic, over the top.
Spot on. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Yeah.
Bullets ricocheting off his chest, the brilliant blue light.
It's, and if only October 7th didn't happen, but this movie would be laughable.
Right.
And now it'll never see the light of day, of course, except for, the script being revealed and this whole insanity of
that's the hope.
What's gone down. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we have just a couple more lines here. Giselle?
The skies roar with thunder and lightning as Ben Shapiro yet again triumphs over the enemy. Peace reigns over the land as the citizens of the city rejoice and embrace one another. Ben Shapiro stands tall with a smile of victory. Fade out Marvel logo.
All right, because this was intended to be a Marvel movie.
Well, in his mind it was. It doesn't mean...
Marvel, company didn't actually technically accept it yet.
Yeah, no.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
So
but,
Ben saves the day here. Go on.
Yeah, it looks to me like he's setting himself up to elevate himself even further politically, perhaps. I don't really know his motivations, but because he's just behind the scenes, I got to tell you, he is just a non-stop a-hole.
So I was actually wondering why, so you leaked this script to us. Why? What was your decision process in doing that?
Just every day, there's some BS with him.
So I was is it because this is weighing on your conscience, or?
Well, yeah, right, and just the constant douchebaggery of this guy is just off the charts, and people need to know.
Like what? What do you mean?
Jeez, off the top of my head, He knows I have a peanut allergy, and he'll order pad thai and sit down right next to me with it wafting in my nose and tightening my chest, and he thinks it's funny.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, just nonstop stuff like that. He would buy donuts for the writing crew. He knows I love glaze, and not once did he get glazed donuts, and he knows that's my favorite. I mean, he is just a nonstop jerk, and I'm being polite and saying it that way. It's just thing after thing after thing after thing with him.
Did you do something to make him hate you, or sounds like he has a personal vendetta against you?
Yeah, but then why did he hire me? Just to torment me every day? I mean,
sounds like he has
really?
been.
Is that what you want to? Is that what you want to do to your writers? So, or one of your writers? Oh, and he would call me a gino. Just because
a gino,
Jew in name only, like Rhino, Republican gino. You never heard that?
No.
Yeah. So yeah. He would call me that all the time because my political beliefs don't completely align with his.
Wow.
So yeah.
He is very outspoken politically, so that makes sense. That's crazy. He did that stuff to you.
Completely. It's just thing after thing after thing like that. I don't even know what to say. It's just what a jerk.
Well, you said a lot here. Is there anything else? I know you have to get going. Is there anything else you wanted to cover here before we let you go?
No, I'm glad you're putting this out there because he deserves to be exposed. And so thank you for being the one to do this.
Yeah, well, thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing this info, this behind the scenes look. And we appreciate you taking the time.
Yep, my pleasure.
All right. Thanks, John. Take care.
Yep, bye-bye.
All right, bye. Well,
that was crazy.
That was heavy. So that was an industry expert, Hollywood whistleblower, was working on this script, and I think his thesis statement, he might have been too shy or scared to say it, but it sounds like the October attacks he was alluding to being maybe an orchestrated event, an inside job, because he was asked to write the script 2 months prior to the attacks happening, and all these notes, handwritten notes, and the script itself reflect the attacks themselves. So that is pretty heavy. Giselle, how do you take this? I'm almost speechless. She's speechless as well. I agree. That is really wild.
I mean, the one thing I found really interesting was his interpretation of the blue and white costume. I never reading the script. I never would have. I never would have thought of that. Like the Confederacy, the American.
I think the obvious take would have been like Israeli flag.
I was thinking Greece.
Oh, Greece.
Right, because of the blue and the white flag.
Yeah.
Right. So there's some sort of Greek
god is how Ben saw himself, but instead he saw himself as a Robert E. Lee disciple or something of the sort. Giselle, still have no thoughts on it. I mean, this to me was pretty wild. Giselle is really speechless.
What do you know about Ben Shapiro? You've heard of him before, right?
Yeah.
Like, does this surprise you that he's doing this kind of stuff, heinous stuff like this?
I mean, yeah.
It's kind of on par with him, his character, I guess. But you're a cultured city girl. You have an opinion on Ben Shapiro, perhaps? Or no? I don't know. You tell me.
I don't.
No.
Well, what's your opinion now?
Yeah, what is your opinion now?
Can't be good.
Supervillain or superhero?
Not good.
Yeah. Really crazy. All right, but I guess we'll wrap up this episode. Giselle is... She's speechless, stunned, all of the above. I mean, I am too, but I'm just nervous talking now because I'm swerving in my seat left and right. I'm panicking kind of because this is kind of putting us under the hot seat radar with John Doe leaking this to us. So I'm a little freaked out.
I mean, this is serious. This is serious shit that he's talking about here. This is real shit right here.
Yeah.
This is the implications of this are very serious.
I think John Doe said he's going on Media Matters, or was there another organization he said he was going on?
Oh, I'm not sure.
I don't know, but we're probably going to see this all over the news soon, so keep an eye out. But we did break this scoop here.
Heard it here first.
But before we go, I know we talked about a lot of stuff here today. Israel versus Palestine, good versus evil, right versus wrong. But who is right, really, in this battle? And from everything I've seen, Israel is right. And I think it's important for all of our listeners to stand with Israel. I know it seems like they've been like bombing and killing and cutting off heads, but why are they doing that is the real question. I think they're doing it out of love. Love for their Israeli people, love for the Israeli culture. And they need to keep that. We need to maintain them as a superpower in the world. And I think the U.S., I know we've been trying to help out as best we could, billions of dollars a month, but I think it needs to be more than that. I think we need to increase our aid to Israel to help them complete their mission, which we know is a noble mission. Thank you, everyone. And why are we standing with Israel? There's one thing to remember.
Because the Jews are God's chosen people. We're taking this whole land, call it Israel. Let's all join in hand with Israel we stand.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Yummy, 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 yummy pizza. Yummy, 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 yummy you. The only slice I truly like costs more than $1 or $2. Yummy, yummy.